back, everybody. This is Rich. Friday afternoon, match preview time on the Suffolk Crunch. Hope everybody has had a productive week. The sun is shining. I'm back outside. So some people watching this will be very happy as I'm in the garden. The bush is behind me. Anyway, first of all, if you haven't subscribed already, smash the subscribe button. As we look to hit 10k. Also hit the like button. It's totally free. We'll go for 125 likes on this video. Good afternoon, Jack. And also head over to the Bad Shirt website, who sponsors the show, and get your bucket hats, your shirts and your jackets, and use the code TSC30 at the checkout for 30% off. Firstly, right, I've got a book been sent to me by a guy called Moray Smith. Good afternoon, David Bergin in Ireland. Hope you're good, mate. So Moray Smith is better known as Moby on the socials. He used to follow the show on when I was on Talking Town and watches, and he's wrote a book. It's called Cheltenham Man, My Life in the Shadows. So he sent it to me kindly, and I'm going to promote it. I'll just read what it says on the back. The riotous tale of a lifetime in gambling, seen through the eyes of Moray Smith, one of the UK's most successful punters. Introduced to cards and dice games at the age of 9, he soon discovered he had a knack for beating the odds, spending his early years finding ways to beat fruit machines, quiz machines, football betting, and even radio phone-ins. Finally hitting the big time with horse racing and earning the nickname Cheltenham Man, which is the name of the book, from his reputation with bookmakers as a Cheltenham Festival specialist. He has taken millions from their satchels and now advises some of the biggest names in the sport. Follow his escapades, disguises, runners, ruses and more as the old enemy tries to dodge his bet. So it's called Cheltenham Man. I'm not quite sure yet where it is available, but he sent it to me. I'm going to read it, and he's going to hopefully sponsor some of my equipment, because I need a new microphone. So thank you for sending that to me. I will find out where it is available, and if you want to buy a copy on future pods, I will let you know. But it's called Cheltenham Man, Moby, Moray Smith, My Life in Shadows. So I'm going to read it, and I will tell you in future videos what it's like. And yeah, take it with me to Preston tomorrow. So right, so in the chat, David Bergin, Jonathan Stringer, afternoon Rich, getting a large collection of right wingers at Ipswich Town. We will talk about KASEY MACATEER very shortly. Adrian Garrett, how is Colin? Colin is back at home. If you're watching, Colin, all the best. He's not in the best of health, but I think he's getting a little bit better, so he won't be at Preston tomorrow. But hopefully some future games Colin can get to. We all send our best wishes. David says, do you think MACATEER plays tomorrow? Right. This is obviously the Preston Town preview. We will start with KASEY MACATEER. Broke last night on the socials. It was one of these transfers that came from left field within a matter of hours. He's been at Portman Road. The lights were on last night. People are they just do not miss a trick nowadays. He was at Portman Road. The lights were on. And he was obviously signing because it was revealed this morning. He signed a 4-year contract. There we go. MB ITFC is happy. Garden Lives are back. Neil Fay. Hi, Rich and chat. Get well soon, Colin. Yeah, so the lights were on. It was obviously KASEY MACATEER doing his video. He signed a 4-year contract. He's 23 years old. Undisclosed fee, probably about 11.5, 12 million, it's reported. Been at Leicester City since he was 8 years old as a kid. He's had loan spells at Forest Green, AFC Wimbledon. He's obviously played in the Premier League. He plays for Republic of Ireland. So what do you think? What do you think? Wolfy going is really sad. We will get on to Wolfy in a minute. Trevor says, underwhelmed with MACATEER, if I'm honest. Look like we've overpaid. I think all players just give it the eye test. Don't listen what people say on the socials. I don't think we've overpaid. I mean, he's a 23-year-old. He's played in the Premier League. He's played international football. We've sold Broadhead for around 10 million. He's 4 years younger. He's played as many games in the top flight as Broadhead. I just do not get it. Here we go. Adam Cornish. People are moaning. No signings. Make a signing. People are moaning. 100% correct. Adrian says, give the guy a chance. The Blunty Dan McAteer looks a good player. Shabby McNally says, McAteer seemed to do very well against us. The underwhelmers are very sad. Andy, Upper Town, see you at Preston. Yeah, if you see me, come and say hello. I'm at Deepdale tomorrow. Craig Chapman is playing taxi tomorrow, picking me up from Duxford, 8 a.m. all the way up to Preston. We're going to get there. We'll be there about 12. We're going to visit the Spud Bros, get a baked potato, bit of garlic butter. What we have on it? Beans, cheese, tuna, crispy onions, tram sauce. That seems to be one of their go-to sauces. I don't really know what it's about. But Andrew says McAteer is a good signing. David says we have a mini Irish team. Quickly, every Thursday night now at 6 p.m, I am on a show called The Final Whistle. Check it out on YouTube. Drop them a subscribe. So it's Jack, who's a Leicester fan, his mate Steve, and me, and we do our championship predictions. Adam quickly says, do you know Spud Bros is in town centre? It's at the ground, Adam, I do believe, because they were obviously up there last weekend at the Preston-Leicester game. So check it out if you're going to the game. Go and get your baked potatoes. I think it's quite reasonably priced. Loads of toppings. What is your toppings of choice in the chat if you have a baked potato? There you go. But yeah, I'll be heading there tomorrow. But yeah, go and check The Final Whistle out over on YouTube. Drop Jack a subscribe. But I'm over there every Thursday at 6 p.m. as we give our championship predictions for the coming weekend. Also on a Sunday evening, I'm on Championship Terrace Talk. Don't think it's on YouTube. It's available on Spotify, Where the Town Walk. I was on last week with Reese and Ian. First time I was on there. It's about 25 minutes long. We're on every Sunday. I think it'll probably be available every Monday on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Neil says... Adam says, good watch that prediction video. Enjoyed that on last night's show. Yeah, go and check it out, guys. Give Jack some love. Get involved in the chat over there in the comments. Leave your predictions. Neil says, think he'll be a good signing. Plays multiple positions. Also happy. Baggett, we'll get onto Elkin Baggett in a minute. Andrew says, cheese beans for me. David has tuna, coleslaw and cheese. Trevor says, that's a squad of 27, so he's making way for another striker, centre midfielder and a left back. Well, I don't think we register, obviously Connor Townsend, deregistering him. Is Wes registered for the first half of the season? Possibly. I don't really know when he's going to be fully fit and up to speed. Obviously, goalkeeper-wise, we've trimmed down. Obviously, Muric has gone to Serie A. Cam Humphreys could possibly move on. Elkin Baggett signed a new deal. We'll chat about him in a minute. Maybe if we get Sindra, LA, what's his name? Put it in the chat. The Norwegian kid, I call him. If we can sign him, he's obviously 19. He doesn't come into that squad because obviously because of his age. So he's a freebie in there. As I kick the table, sorry about that. The Uruguayan centre back looks a bit short, 5'11". I think we've had a bid rejected for him. But yeah, getting back to KASEY MACATEER. It's like Adam said there in the chat a while back. We're all thirsty for signings. Town make a signing, and everyone's head falls off. It's too much money. It's not my money. It's not your money. It's the club's money. So, firstly, but too many people are like, he's crap, he's shit. Leicester fans take no notice what Leicester fans are saying. I remember when we signed David McGoldrick. Nottingham Forest fans called him David McGoldrick. Daryl Murphy when he came in. No one's really, their pulse was racing when we signed him. Very good players for Town. Liam Delap, we signed him. everyone's a bit meh. So trust in McKenna. Obviously, we need more. Obviously we need more players. But I think KASEY MACATEER, I think he's a decent signing. He's a good age. He's a good profile. I think that's the word. Look, he's quite tall. He gets stuck in. Works hard. If you read on the Leicester forums, a lot of them are a bit disappointed he's gone. Looks like a bit of a fire sale over there. Obviously, they're after Ivanovic from Millwall, the striker who, personally, I'd have him on our list because we still need... Oh, we do need another striker. We've got Akpom, who's obviously going to be in the squad tomorrow. We'll get onto that in a minute. But KASEY MACATEER, international footballer. Town are signing for 12 million. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, we're signing Cornell, Ward and Hawkins. And now we're signing a player for 12 million and we're all not happy and saying, oh, it's a lot of money. I've read that I think it's probably going to be over probably about 3 years spread, the payments, which they all are nowadays. So, yeah, look, I think he's a good signing. He'll probably be on the bench tomorrow. He signed in time. Probably see him in the second half. Yeah, another player added. We need more. Obviously, the time is ticking now until the window closes, which is on September the 1st at 7 p.m. We'll be all over that on that Monday night. If there's any late signings, I'll probably do a show anyway, having a look at Town's transfer business, because we've not got a game, obviously, that week, because that's international break. But yeah, tomorrow we head to Deepdale, Preston North End. Last time out, we went down 3-2 there. I've only seen us win once there. Ryan Fraser scored an absolute worldie for Town. Brett Pittman also scored, and I think that put Town top of the table. We won 2-1. It was an early season game. I think it was literally around the same sort of date that sort of this weekend is. So we've not got a great record there. We won 1-0 when Mustafa Carriel scored. That was 2018. But look, Preston, off the back of a very good win against Leicester, beat them 2-1. Alfie Devine on loan from Spurs scored, and Asamovic. Yeah, he's a bit of a nasty bugger up front, but yeah, he will probably give the Town centre halves a bit of a game tomorrow. Michael Smith as well plays up there. They play a front two, so if you're looking at that, they're probably going to hit the ball long, and I think it's a tough game for Town. No easy games in this league. I think that's the old phrase, isn't it? But Town have really got to be at it tomorrow. Really need a win, get that first win on the board. Ease a little bit of pressure. McKenna needs to win football matches. He's not won many football matches in the last 12 months. So Preston away. I'm not saying it's a must-win game, but I think it's a really, really important game, and it's time for Town to get that first 3 points on the board. If we want to be promotion favourites, we've got to go to these grounds. We've got to turn up, and we've got to win the game. But Town tomorrow. McKenna said a couple of injury. Well, I think like they've had a bit of obviously a game last Sunday. Obviously, Sammy Smodics. We all thought there was rumours galore. Even I was dropping a rumour on Twitter. I mean, who would have thought that? Me dropping a rumour, and then it was wrong. I had it on some good... I had more than one person telling me, yeah, they'd seen him, they'd spoke to him, they'd seen a message, he'd fractured his arm, he got a hairline. Kieran says he's had an X-ray, and there's nothing there. But if I was Preston tomorrow and he plays, I'd definitely be targeting him, because they said he's got some bruise in there. But obviously Sammy will be available. Yeah, I think tomorrow, Jens Kajust trained all week. Tuba Akpom trained. So then they're going to be involved tomorrow, obviously along with KASEY MACATEER, which is good. More firepower off the bench. So if it was me tomorrow, I'd be lining up with Alex Palmer in the nets, O'Shea and Greaves. Greaves, I think tomorrow, I think he's played quite well so far. Little bit on the, I wouldn't say weak side. He goes down too easy. Tomorrow, you're going to be under a little bit of physical bombardment. So we need to see him stand up alongside the skipper, O'Shea. Leif Davis, left back, right back. I think I'm going to stick with Ben Johnson, even though Ashley Young, for me, is the long-term right back. Well, long-term this season, being 40 years of age. But I thought Ben Johnson had a decent game against Saints, so I'm keeping him in there. MACATEER and Jack Taylor will be your two in midfield. I think Jens comes off the bench. They obviously said they've got to make a decision on him if he starts or he doesn't. Possibly he comes in for Taylor. Right-hand side tomorrow, I'm not playing Jack Clark, even though I'm a big fan. I think maybe a little bit of time on the bench coming on later in the game might help him a little bit when the game's a bit more stretched. I'm playing Ogbene out there for his physicality. In the 10, I'm going to stick with Smodics. He worked his socks off last week. Jaden Philogene on the left, George Hurst up top. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 Town victory tomorrow. I think we're going to get that monkey off our back. We're going to get the first win of the season. And then obviously we head on to Derby at Portman Road next Saturday. Get your predictions in the chat. I don't know what's happened with the chat. It seems to have stopped. I'm not sure why. But yeah, I don't know what's happened. There's some comments and all of a sudden it stopped. So if you're in the live chat, get involved. Hit the like button as well. We're going for 125 on this. But yeah, I'm going for a 2-1 win. Yeah, Elkan Baggott also has signed that new deal, which is good news for Town. He's signed till 2028. I thought I might see him move on. But obviously we've tied him down. I think he was signed till 2026 with an extension of a year. So we've just added another year on there. I would expect him to probably go out on loan, if I'm being honest. What is he, 23, 22, 23 now? I think you soon need to start playing and get in the first team. I don't see him at the minute. Obviously, Wolfenden, there's a lot of transfer speculation around Luke. Coventry were linked. Sheffield United have been linked. Watford today, they're in the running. And if you listen to Kieran's comments yesterday, doesn't want to sell him, but in football, it's not as simple as saying you're not going. Wolfy signed that new 2-year contract. I think personally, he was thinking possibly that Dar O'Shea moves on back to the Premier League and Wolfy gets his spot back. But obviously, Dar has signed that long-term contract. Wolfy's on the bench, biding his time. He obviously played at Bromley, but I don't see at the minute where he's going to get in. Unless there's an injury. He's 26. He's an absolute star, Luke Wolfenden. Met him loads of times. Great guy. Obviously, been at Town since he was a young kid. He came through the academy. And that would be a really, really sad day when Luke moves on. And it wouldn't shock me at all if he moves on in this transfer window to go and get regular first-team football, which I think he needs and I think he deserves. And he's just unfortunate at the minute that there is a better player in front of him and it's the skipper and he's not going to dislodge him. But who knows, tomorrow Dar O'Shea might get an injury in the first 5 minutes and Luke has to come on off the bench. So if he does and he steps in, you've got to take your chance. You've got to be ready whenever that chance comes. But yeah, I think in the next, 7-8 days, I think Luke Wolfen could quite possibly move on come the end of the window. But we'll just have to wait and see. There'll probably be more outgoings and incomings. Still need that centre midfielder. Still need probably another wide player. I mean, we lost Broadhead and we've lost Amari Hutchinson. Amari might just be regretting going to Forest when, if you've seen Nuno's press conference today, all is not well at the City Ground with Nuno and the owner. And I mean, if Nuno gets the bullet there, it is absolute madness. It will be absolute madness. And I think it only ends one way for me, that sort of relationship. But yeah, tomorrow, off to Preston we go. I might do a live on the way up, all depending what sort of what the signal's like. I think the chat, there's something wrong with it because the chat is not working. But get involved in the comments on YouTube. Drop your teams, drop your score predictions, drop your thoughts on KASEY MACATEER. And he's signing for Town on a 4-year contract for reportedly 12 million, undisclosed. Is it a good deal for Town? If it is, why is it? And if it's not and you don't rate him, why? Let's have some context, But I think it's a good signing. Looking forward to seeing him tomorrow, probably off the bench. One thing I didn't like is in his interview, he likes the project. Oh, my God. I hate that. The project. No. Don't like it. Never did like it. Nonsense. Anyway, we've done 20 minutes. Enjoy your Friday evenings if you're out having a few beers, or if you're in having a few beers. I think what we got on the telly tonight: West Ham, Chelsea's on tonight. London Stadium, massive game tonight. London Derby. Graham Potter under pressure after one game. If they lose that, will Liam Delap get his first goal? And then look, there's some stonking championship games this weekend. Head over to the final whistle. Like I said, go and check out the show. Just over an hour with me, Jack and Steve. Our championship predictions. Get in the comments on there. We are doing that every Thursday at 6 p.m. But yeah, for now, that is me done. We will be back possibly tomorrow night when I get home, or sometime on Sunday. Working Sunday morning. Not sure what I'm up to Sunday afternoon yet, but I will do it will either be the Saturday sit down or the Sunday sit down. We don't do Sundays and Saturday strolls now. We sit down and we do a live because we want to get every one of you wonderful people involved. So yeah, cheers for watching. 125 likes. Smash the subscribe button. KASEY MACATEER. Leave your comments. Leave your match predictions, and see you over the weekend. Hopefully for Town's first 3 points of the season. Fingers crossed. Come on to Town.